each other to see the progress in our lives. I'm so thankful and grateful for you, Mr. Taiwo, for this beautiful opportunity. May the good Lord increase you and take you to another level. And to my team, I say we are winners. This was a beautiful journey of 21 days, which was very hectic. We had other commitments, but we committed to the cause. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And I honestly cannot thank you enough. Thank you. Wow. Okay. So, Lady Mercy, wow. So now you can go back to sleep normally now. Tell us.
I can return to my
Yeah.
It's really been a reinvention journey, really. This is the first time, like I said, I think I've said that before, that I would even be doing anything like this for straight up 21 days, consistently. Even days that I didn't feel like it, I'm committed that I would show up. So it's part of what I have learned in these 21 days, discipline. Discipline is not just saying you want to do something, it's committing to it, even when you don't feel like it. So I am really grateful that I've been able to be a part of this. I have learned a lot. My notes is just full, and they are things that are not just for the future, but things that I'm already using right now. I'm making conscious efforts to network more, which is why I even agreed to be part of this family in the first place. I have met very inspiring people on this platform. And really, Mr. Taiwo, I am really inspired by you. So I would confess today, before I even joined, I called my very good friend who knows you well. And I said, I really don't like to waste my time. There's this reinvention thing going on and I want to be a part of it. What do you think? Do you know this? So it's like, oh, Mercy, the fact that you're even thinking about it, it's a good thing. Just go ahead. It will be a good program. Let's talk after 21 days. And truly, your work has gone ahead of you. So I just want to say thank you. God will continue to help you. There is hope for us in Nigeria. There's hope for us in Africa, because we have people who are really passionate about the continent and who are not just talking, but also walking the talk. So thank you, sir.
Thank you, Ma. Wow. Okay. So tell us, Lady Kewe, how has the experience been?
Morning, team. Morning, leader. Honestly, I think just like my colleagues have said, it's an emotional day today to know that we are finally closing the usual session, because we have already learned to say, we know that at this time I'll be listening to Messi, I'll be listening to Mr. Taiwo, I'll be listening to Jaime, already whoever, and it gets so exciting. But above all, I think what I also have learned is discipline, because now I have started to say to myself, because I could make it for 21 days, that this time I do this, I would want to do that also with my life, my project and everything, just to set aside certain times and say, this is my schedule, this is how I'm going to be doing things. I think what also made it very exciting last night, I only managed to listen to that video that you told us about how to make a movement. I had to listen to it only yesterday night. And then what I saw there was that it was not an easy thing for me when I got the invitation. Yes, I was excited first time, but I also asked myself, for 21 days, how am I going to make it? Where am I going to find time to listen to people talking? And, sometimes for us, when the accent of you Nigerians is a bit difficult, we have to concentrate to understand what you are saying. It's a bit difficult for us. So I was like thinking, it's going to strain me. Am I going to make it or whatever? But then I realized that it takes a leader to start movement, not to be scared of the embarrassment, not to be scared of the challenges that you're going to face in the journey. But it takes a very brave leader to start something, which I saw from you through this process. And I said to myself, I'm going to make sure that I start a movement. I'm going to make sure that I use the foods methodology. I'm going to use the MET methodology. You know, all those things that I've learned here. All I can tell Mr. Taiwa, thank you very much. And team, thank you very much. Because also, like Messi has said, I draw inspiration from many testimonies that I've been listening from you and the comments that you've been making. And our guests also, thank you very much for the opportunity. I can't really express how I feel.
Thank you so much. Lady Olukade, tell us, what has been your experience? Lady Olukade Shogo.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
My experience has been English am I gonna use? It's been, let me say, amazing. It's been good. It has helped me to be focused, to bring all my, like most of the things you taught us on silence affirmation. That one, it's been something I've been doing before, but I just do it like maybe in the past. And so now I'm kind of bringing all these things together into a system to like to manifest something. I'm intentional about it. um I know reinvention is not like a 21 days job or work. It keeps going on and on. So as we are rounding up the 21 days, we are not really rounding up really.
Really?
I'm running with all the lessons being taught here. I'm going to like work more on my personal, on my own internal, because you see, if your inside is not right, you cannot produce well on the outside. Life starts from the inside. If you are, even when it has to do with business, if your mindset is not okay, you will not produce much. So I'm going to like keep that rolling and make it stable, because it will affect every other thing in life. Jesus said something that um, guard your heart with all diligence, for out of it are the issues of life. So if you are going to be successful in business, successful in relationships with others, in anything in life, you have to keep your inside. Life has to flow from inside. It has to. Your mind has to be, it has to be pure. It has to be what you want it to be, because as you are on the inside, so your result will be on the outside. So the 21 days, as each morning and evening, I look forward to like learning something. So I will go over the sessions, again, especially in my area of challenge. My finance, I don't really know how to manage. I know how to gather money. I don't know how to like when I invest, I'm not too like wise in the area of investment and multiplying it. So I would listen over to um
Kai?
the
Kai?
yes, Sky. I will listen over, and I'm going to really work on it.
Okay.
I'm going to work on it.
Awesome. Okay,
So
great.
it's been an amazing opportunity. Then for our group, I hope we'll have be accountable to each other, and help each other in this journey. We are going to like we'll get better. We will.
Great, great,
Thank
great.
you, sir.
Awesome. Awesome. Yes. So yes, Lady Feinitolua, how have you been? And 21 days, tell us. What's been the experience? Next, Mama Neke, You're next after Fentolua. Today is day 22, actually. Yeah, so 21 days, and then the debrief. Fentolua.
Good morning.
Morning. Whoa.
Wow. It's amazing how 21 days fly. I must apologize. Few days now I've not been able to join. I've been
No, it's
a
fine.
lot of work in the office and all. But
Yeah.
the few ones I was able to listen to have been superb. And the journey so far for me has been good. And just before I start into the journey, I want to say a very big thank you to every one of us. Look at your day. Thank you. Every morning, you always tell us good morning. And I'm like, who is this person? Is it you or someone is always posting good morning? I say, wow, that's a very cultured person. So thank you. And for everyone on this journey, thank you for your contribution, for your vulnerability, for sharing your experience. And one way or the other, we actually do encourage one another to keep on and take the best, be the best that we can be. And for me, 21 days, when Mr. Adekoju told me about it, I was like, bootcamp. Well, let me shall participate. But I tell you that, just like I said a few days ago, the value of what we have cannot be quantified. It's not the same amount of value we are getting with the amount of money we paid for, because I know I've listened into other self-help and other personal development coach, and I know they are kind of amount they are charging. And so for me, it has been an experience of eye-opening. It has been an experience of, hey, you cannot afford to sit and just watch your life pass by. And I think that's one of the first reasons I even reached out to Mr. Adekoya in the first place. And, bringing me onto this journey, like we emphasize a stand up and move now. The Muslim, the principles that we've laid the table, is it the foods, is it the diet, that we have been able to, and I think this last one we treated, I just went off my head right now. Those principles are really, really things that we need to run by. And I tell you, for me, it's not the same. I'm not seeing life the same again. I'm not seeing myself as my confidence level has boosted. I said to myself, I need to push myself and do more. So I'm already looking at areas. How can I be more? Where do I need to put myself that I've not yet put myself in? He said something that if you're not on the table, you'll be on the menu. And I don't want life I don't want to be on the menu. I want to be on the table. I want to give value contribution. I want to be able to be my own best that I can be. So thank you very much, Mr. Adekoju. For me, it does not end here. And just like previous speaker said, we still need to go back and digest it, because for some of us, like a journey, okay, let's see how it's going to look like. But in the middle of the journey, said, hey, I think there's more I should have brought into this. And it's a way of saying, how can I be better? And for me, as I said, I'm revisiting. Thank you that we still have YouTube to go back to and then watch. We still have the book to read and then bring out. And one thing I did, which I did not say, is I've reached out to organizations or people that I really want to be in their space, that I want to be in this space. I don't want to be a non-looker from outside. So that's one decision I've made. Some of them have reached back to me. I've started corresponding with them. I'll let you know. I'll let you into them by the time I get good success. But I tell you that this journey is one journey that I'm very grateful of. Within 21 days, did I know I was going to do this as at last month? No. But I'm grateful that I'm here. I'm grateful for the people I've been able to meet, the South African Botswana friends that we've been able to meet on this journey and all. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Mama Neke, you want to say something? Mama Neke? Mama Neke. Okay.
Good morning. Good morning, Taiwo. Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
It's a beautiful Saturday morning, and it has been a very good journey. the past 20 days because today is the last day. And just like the last speaker, it's unfortunate the past 2 days I have not been able to join. Yesterday I was in the lobby for about 15 minutes and nobody could allow me in because I was a bit late. But I'll find time to look at, to watch the videos of the sessions that I missed. But for the sessions that I attended, I must say that it's really have been a journey of learning, a journey of introspection, a journey of reflecting on one's life and its purpose. And yeah, it's quite important that when you are alive, sometimes you need somebody to be your mirror, because when you're just looking at yourself from your point of view, you may think that you are doing things right, until you go on a bootcamp such as this one. It then shows you that you have not been looking at yourself properly. This is the mirror that you needed to look at your life and reshape it and try and redo things, and find a better way of making you a better you, because for as long as you procrastinate, for as long as you are in a comfort zone and you don't go out there to do things which are intentional, the bus or the train will pass you by. So these are some of the points that I picked during the journey. And I promise to continue with this, not to stop with the 21 days, because like somebody said, or like the English says, practice makes perfect. The more you listen to these videos, the more you practice what you said, Taiwo, and together with the guests that were brought to the boot camp, that's when one can become better, learning how to be more at the table. Looking at all the acronyms, your MAD, your diets, your table, and seeing how to make oneself better. I think this has been such a beautiful, beautiful journey for me. And yeah, the results will be shared with you, Julie. Thank you.
Thank you. Those words were powerful. Sosi, yes.
Hi. Morning, Taiwo. How are you?
Morning. So 21 days, what has been the experience? And today is day 21, the end, well, day 22, but the day 21 of the active moments in the class, in the boot camp. And so
Yeah.
this will be the penultimate final call.
Yeah.
Later this evening. So how do you feel? I feel emotional already. But yeah, tell us, what has been the experience and what can we learn from you that you have learned?
Well, thank you so much, Taiwo. Where I am, I'm actually in South Africa. I'm traveling, so but my connection is very bad. I apologize if I cut at one point. But I think we make decisions on a lot of things, and we make decisions because we have to make decisions. But what this has taught me is that even the small decisions that I make, I must plan. I must always focus on, the things that I want to achieve and make sure that I achieve them to the maximum. And the only way that I can do that is by planning every time. And, the other thing that I normally don't do is celebrating. I take things for granted. Once I've achieved it, that's it. I move on. So this has just taught me that I must just always pause, celebrate, and before I move on to the next, or just keep celebrating the small wins.
Right.
And just to try and balance my life. I love that. Balance my life, ensure that the things that I do are intentional and are thought through and are balanced. So Thank you so much. I'm in denial actually. This morning I woke up and my network was bad. I said, no, I have to do this session because I'm totally in denial that we're at the end of the boot camp. But it's been truly amazing. We need to do this a lot. We need to be reminded to leave. So thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, just for, and this is just to have you also keep us in mind and pray. I'm going to be 45 on the 29th of May. But it's not even to tell you about my birthday, is that I am also going to do a personal retreat, you know. So in case you've never had the privilege of a personal retreat, you could start with a day, you could start with 3 days. So I'm cutting off from the 28th, 29th, and 30th of May. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday. The reason why I need to do that is also to be able to, so also to reflect, you know, and then review. One of the things that was clear from the Reinvention class or the bootcamp, you know, is such that there was my personal vision, mission statement, you know, being a reference in Africa. You know, somehow, I think it was about 6 days ago, it just got quickened in my spirit that Taiwo, you are much more than a reference, you know. And so you've moved, because that thing was said, I crafted that thing about 7 years ago. So you see, Reinvention is evolving, you know, and it's embedded in this book. So it's not just about me waking up and saying, no, that wasn't it. And somehow there's a you could see the end of it, but you ultimately know that cannot just be what the intention of all that you've been, you know, has been deposited within you can, you know, serve for, you know, it's actually greater than that. So I'm also going to be reconnecting, then going on also a deliberate, because it's clear now that this thing must actually also be part of us. We just must retreat, right, so that we can reinvent or refresh or reposition or restart or you know, or just even just calm everything and just enable God or even the elements to unveil to us things that, you know, we ought to do. Having said that, I also want to encourage you all to please, if you know, the beauty of this is that, and that's why we love when people share testimonies or their testimonials, as the case may be. I'm sure my team mates will be on your neck. We just want to have, you know, to be able to catalog this. We're also starting the next one on the 3rd of July. So if you've been blessed, you could also become ambassadors to help, you know, push this out. Wow. So at some point whilst you all spoke, I almost was moved to tears. You know, I became emotional, not as to the fact that you said great words, but it's also, you know, it takes a lot of trust for, and I will tell you, the first day, the day before the brief, apparently one of my accountability partners, she's not here, but she listens in because of some work schedules. I was like, I was doubting my ability to be able to, because, you know, somehow doubt just creeps in. So I'm being vulnerable this morning, just so that you know. But do you know that after we had that conversation, and then I just started to cry, and you know, the crying wasn't a cry of worry. That the night before the debrief, it was that I just committed myself. I just surrendered. I wasn't struggling anymore. And I just said, you know what, however you want this to go, just, and whatever you want to, you know, yeah, we're going to keep the Telegram group. People are going to keep coming in. And yeah, you see, yeah, but that's the flow. So however you're going to just keep on, you know, doing what you have to do and let God take control. For those that need to understand, sometimes stop trying to play the role of God. You know, just flow. You know, yes, be intentional, be deliberate, you know, be committed, you know, and all of that, but just flow, or just flow. So one of the things we are trying to do is to build the The Telegram group will not scrap it. It's there. It's going to be our community. We're going to be communicating. In fact, they are going to be, and I'm sure by the time I come out from the retreat, like I said, I'm going on a 3-day personal retreat. By the time I come out of that retreat, it's clear as to the direction. Even though I have an inkling of some of the things we want to do, and let me just share a few. We're hoping that we can become some academy of some sort, where we can also have people become reinvention practitioners or coaches, okay? Because it won't just be our time now. It's that people can also share their experiences wherever they are. They can also mentor and coach other people on how to experience reinvention, okay? And that's truly what one of the things that we hope that we can achieve. And we'll start to communicate that in the course of time. Another thing is the fact that this group becomes a community of some sort. So it's your go-to for resource for every other thing you need. So all through, there's going to be a calendar of activities, particularly also bringing people to come and either share, people to come and, so in case you have any area that you also want some guidance, please constantly just drop in the group, whatever you feel you're battling with, because we'll be taking occasional polls. I will be getting speakers, not even from, in fact, from everywhere in the world now. We're open. And if you have suggestions also, we'll be more than willing to go on. So there's the Reinvention Life program, which we also have a page for it. But you'll be surprised. Even just as I yesterday, we also started to plan for the education now sector, particularly our teachers. So we're having Reinvention for teachers. We'll get back to you on that. It's mind blowing. It's mind blowing. I can't even begin to thank you all. I can't thank you all. So let me just manage to talk around a few of the things that are captured in Celebrate. And for those that are joining, we've been having a great time reflecting. I'm just being emotional with the words and the amazing, outpour of love and what is going on. Now, the quote by Tom Peters says, "Celebrate what you want to see more of." Today I want to talk less. So Tom Peters says, celebrate more of what celebrate more, celebrate what you want to see more of. So that charge is to you, because today, day 21, is to say, what do you want to see more of? You leave this session, okay? But we've given you keys. But even on the time, with regards to celebration, what do you want to see more of? So the charge is start celebration of what you want to see more. So if you want to see, I'm blank. So can anybody just say, what do you want to see more of? Just unmute and just say what you want to see more of. Just tell us, randomly what you want to see more of. Any volunteers? We can't. Are we still thinking through? What do you want to see more of? What do you want to see more of? Just say something, okay?
To me, I want to see more of myself impacting young people's lives. Yes.
Great. So that's what you're going to keep celebrating, all right? Who else wants to give a go at it? And I'm going to operationalize this shortly, all right? It's the last day, so I'm not really in a hurry, but, I also be mindful of your time because of people I need to get somewhere.
For me, I want to see more of progress, productivity, results.
Results. So you're going to be celebrating results now, for your own results and the results of others, okay? Any other person? What do you want to see more? What do you want to see more?
I think personally, I want to see more of, me taking my place and increasing my voice. So currently, I teach a graduate level class at Wichita State University. I'm in Kansas, and without trying to sound somehow, Kansas is a very conservative American states, you know. Right now, as I speak to you, I have over 29 people registered in my class, and probably I might be the only Black person in that class, teaching that class. So most of the time, I mean, before this reinvention journey, I was already thinking about, oh my God, I'm going to stand in front of all these people. But I have to say that through this journey, I am ready. I am ready to stand there because I know that I have been equipped to teach, to impart, and to continue to use my voice. And that's what I intend to continue doing.
And so you must celebrate that, you know, so those little feats, you know, those seemingly small little conquests must be celebrated. And you must be deliberate about it. And, you know, sometimes you just must show and come out. Or when you're locked in your room, just celebrate, you know. And if you share also, remember we talked about sharing, you know, even sharing, just as you're sharing now, people are enthused, people are encouraged, people are learning, you know, there's great celebration, you know, in the minds of people, you know. Wow, celebrate what you want to see more. Anybody else? Patience, you want to say something? We didn't hear your opening statements today. Hey, so celebrate.
I'd like to celebrate. Good morning, everybody.
Morning.
I'd like to celebrate more of the changes that I can do to many people, women and men in general. If I can bring change to somebody from what I've learned and bring change to them to who are they and what their purpose are, then if I can see that, I can celebrate more of that.
Hey, I didn't quite hear you, but I heard that bit of, I think, people that you, do you want to say that last statement? Something about people?
Can I repeat?
Yes,
I
please.
say I want to celebrate more of what I'll be doing to change other people's lives and to be better people. I don't know whether I'm legible enough.
Yes.
Okay, let me take off the handsets. I was with people, so I came out. Let me take off the handsets.
Yeah, I think that's better.
I say I want to celebrate more of the changes that I will bring to whoever I will be meeting. We have maybe the people, like what we said yesterday, the people without self-confidence, people who are vulnerable, and then we bring change to their lives and make them aware of who they are. Then if I can see most of the people whom I can talk to, changing their lives and being better people, I can celebrate that. More of it.
Great. Now, you know, one of the things we need to also key into is to, good morning this morning, you know, is that it's okay to be alive, you know, and today is worth celebrating, just like every other day. You know, I can imagine you just stretching and just saying, wow, we made it. And that's the feeling I bring to us this morning. And this should be a recurring feeling, you know. And celebration shouldn't just be about the festivities. It shouldn't just be around memorials, celebration, birthdays, and all of that. Is that you celebrate life, victory, you know, and it also comes from a place of gratitude. So I don't know how many people have imbibed that attitude, the gratitude journal bit. What I've done is beyond my journal, I also post it on the Telegram group. I do that, you know, I put the one that deals with the group and just for cohesion with the people in the Telegram group. But I also have personal things I'm grateful for, okay? Sometimes I write up to 7 things that I'm grateful for. The whole essence is that I can't wait, I can't sleep being sad. You know, I've been able to reverse that trend, and that when I wake up, I'm rising up to a beautiful morning, a beautiful, you know, there's something that you're thankful for. And you know, one of the things that happens, and for those that are in the sciences, is that there's a secretion of some hormones. You know, once you sleep right, or once you tune in with gratitude, you would find out that somehow everything around you, you know, just relaxes, and you just be bubbly. So create the atmosphere, create what you want, you know. Yeah, and someone says, Gomo, we need to hear your voice. Stop, talk, you know, you keep typing. Let me hear your voice. Say something. Gomo Lemo. Okay. I think she's somewhere where she can speak.
Okay,
So,
hello.
yes.
Hello.
Hello, Go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good morning, sir.
Morning, Fabi.
So, me personally, I'm actually celebrating, the fact that I used to see myself as more of an introvert, and because of that, like, in short, I hardly network with people. Like, it's not really my thing, but I think that's one of the major aspects of this journey that have really helped so very close to my heart. And I've really been trying to push myself to keep on doing this, and making steps at every point in time. And I also remember when you shared your own story, and I actually held it because I know it's one of my, I'm weak side, but I'm actually grateful that, currently I've started, actioning on those things, and, I'm making more progress in that aspect. Yeah.
Oh, awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay. So we must celebrate beyond. Oh, she can't speak right now. Okay, great. So I understand. Now, beyond just being able to celebrate the day, we also must be able to celebrate ourselves. You know, that you're a unique being, you know. That I know, I don't know if you have your personal affirmation that describes you, you know, almost like your mission statement. But you know, when I come up, I say my values. You know, I have choices. I have candor. I have humility. All right, I'm optimistic. I'm ingenious. I'm intelligent. You know, I have compassion. I have the spirit of excellence, and I synergize with people effortlessly. I have the staying power. I'm a rare being. You know, by the time you start to say those things to yourself, and as you walk, sometimes you just laugh. It's just sometimes my colleagues know me if they're here. Sometimes I just laugh and they wonder what am I laughing at, you know, or what's triggering my excitement. And the next thing I just call my name, Taiwo Adepoju. You just was just, you should be able to celebrate your, do you get to call yourself, you know, because you're a special being now. And this thing about celebration, we just must celebrate. So I'm already in a joyous mood. I want you all, please, later tonight, drag in all your friends, not even people on this call. Share the link. We just want to even have like a virtual party. Come with your cake, your popcorn, your biscuit, your coffee, just come with your wine, your drink. I know South Africans, you guys are imbued with taking wine. Bring everything you need to just have fun. You know, you don't have to. You see, what we've been able to also show is that when we talked about a boot camp, hug yourself, yeah, marvel at your existence. When we said we're having a boot camp, I'm sure a lot of people saying, how do you do this virtual thing? I can tell you the feeling is palpable. All right. Same as celebration. And who are you celebrating with? You're going to be celebrating people of like mind. People that also have gone on a journey or are still on this journey, because the journey of reinvention does not end today. It's a journey that goes on. You know, I was sharing with someone yesterday, and I said that we talk about the obvious. So let me give you an example of what's going to happen to both of us. I've moved there, and I'm hoping that you all can also come to that. Let me tell you something. You see, when we heard about the caterpillar, just like most of us have some negative or bad past, that story, Kalutakata, that story is, it looks like, okay, then you moved on to the point where you have now morphed and you have now changed or reversed it, and you're also reinventing yourself to the one that we expect, which is a butterfly. Speaking with this individual, something dropped in my spirit. You see, you're now moving to a level where after the butterfly, eyes cannot explain it. Yes, beyond. So because we can describe metamorphosis, we can describe the things that we can see, the mercy of today or the mercy of tomorrow, or the franklin of tomorrow. But there are some things that people will not be able to, even you cannot comprehend the next level. We're talking about the next level. Yeah, you cannot comprehend the next dimension you'll be operating at. It's going to be, geometric. If we're talking about arithmetic, 1+1, now you're going to be talking about something exponential. You are going to start to understand when they say 1 will chase 1,000, 2 will chase 10,000. It will be so that there will be collaboration. Look, guys, let me tell you something. Another thing that's happening, and I don't know why I'm led to share this, is that there are 4 levels that I've come to understand. The first level is the squatter or the parasite level. And everybody kind of goes through, either as a child or in life, you probably are dependent on so many other people. All right, that's the first level. The second level is the rentier, at that level where you probably start to also get out of being parasitic, and then starts to try to feel like you can also do something, okay? Then you progress to the ownership mentality. Now, ownership is overrated, okay? Because once you get there, some people end it there. But you see, for reinventors, almost like what I was talking about, is that you get to the 4th level, all right? And I'm sure there's likely a 5th level. But for me, I've discovered the 4th level. And that 4th level is a place where everybody must be. That 4th level is the level of custodianship, where it's not about what you own. It's about that things are being handed over to you. So when we started to talk about money, authority, desire, we were saying that some things have been delivered unto you. So you are a custodian. And as far as you play that role, you find out that you cannot lack anything. I don't know. Look, you can't be a custodian of gold and you don't have gold. Look, wherever you are in custody of that place. So rather than treat it like, after all, it's not my own, operate like a Joseph, because you are the highest at that point, at the level that you can be. And think, look, Obama was, and I don't care what your sentiments are about Obama. Obama was a custodian. We've had people that are custodians. When you get there, you take ownership. But not just taking ownership, is that you are now becoming because then you have surrendered your will to the master's will. You know who a custodian is? Is that it has been handed over to you. And that's the role we even were given ab initio. From the very beginning, God gave us custody over the earth. So where are you? Where's your own garden? So back to it now, in case you don't want to even understand this. Where's your garden? What are you naming the animals in your garden? Let's say the animals in your garden. Because there are some things you need to create now. You see, reinvention was and we created it now. And people came. Okay? What are you creating? Where's your garden? Where are you taking authority? See, the owner of the earth has given it to you. You're a God in your own capacity. You need to start to take charge. take responsibility, become a custodian. So I like to just even congratulate everyone that, yeah, look, you are welcome to the era of custodianship. And it's not about it being handed, it had been handed over to you. You just probably didn't know, you weren't aware. It's now to walk in that understanding. So sometimes people ask you, why are you even bothered? But you're a custodian. It must be okay. You are taking responsibility. And then somehow people begin to watch. Before you know what is up, you would have soon realized that truly you're a custodian. Whatever good thing you build ends up building you. So as custodians also, you are the custodians and the ambassadors of the Reinvention, journey. And I'm sure for whatever it is, that great results, outputs, testimonies are bound to unfold. There are some things that are already happening, that you cannot even explain. But every day, remember to celebrate those small wins. Celebrate that you're alive. Celebrate that you're in charge. Celebrate the people that are in your life. Celebrate those moments. Just keep celebrating. Be grateful, gratitude, reflect, just be grateful. And it's all about perspective. And if anybody heard me, I said there was a time they used to call me my mother's handbag, and at some point my perspective changed. I had a call with somebody yesterday, they wanted to give me negative energy. I said, sorry, tell me, what is the issue itself? Or is this why you are getting all moody? And then the person started to apologize. Because don't let anything take your shine. Don't let anything rob you of your joy or of your happiness, even in this season. Okay? Just please stay positive. But beyond being positive, begin to be deliberate, be intentional. So I'm hoping I'm going to see everybody this evening. But I won't just see you alone. Today, please make time to bring in 1 or 2 persons. And let's just have fun. Let's celebrate. Let's take this to the world. If there's anything you want to do for me, like I said, I will not be available on my birthday. Yes, you could, whatever it is you guys want, but please show up tonight. Show up this evening, and let's just rock. Let's just rock. All right. Now, there's really nothing I want to say. I just want to say thank you all. I just want to ask that God will bless and equip you all. It will make you like a shining light, shining brighter and brighter. You'll be like a palm tree planted by the riverside. For whatever reason, for those that are on this morning, I'm going to share a mystery with you. Are we all Christians here? If you're not a Christian, let me know. Are we all Christians here?
I am a Christian.
Do we have Christians here?
Me too.
If you're
I'm
not
a
a Christian, just say I'm not a Christian in the chat so that
I am a Christian.
Okay, so you guys, I don't know the kind of energy you're drawing from me today, but I'm going to release you into what I call the season 54 mandate. And you see, I won't tell you how, but you go and read you go and read Isaiah 54. 1 to 17, Message translation. You're going to take ownership of that chapter and rewrite it. Rewrite that entire chapter to suit what you want. Isaiah 54, sing, O ye barren. We sometimes read things just literally as it were, but it's saying that sing. So if you've not done $1 million transaction before, it's saying that you should sing, celebrate. Sing. Can you imagine? It says that sing, O ye barren. That is almost going to look like by the time you start, you have overtaken those that have been given birth before you. So barrenness does not typify just barrenness of the womb. There's financial barrenness. There's marital barrenness. All forms of infertility. But now the scripture is saying something very strange, abnormal, unconventional. It says, sing, celebrate. Look, guys, whatever it is that has defied you, by the time you are done, just write this and using the mystery of the one-line prayer, begin to sing. You see, there are things that prayer delivers, but there are things that when we praise and we sing, we unlock, we move the owner. Yay, we move the owner. Look, there's one of the things that also fascinates me in that scripture. When you keep writing, it says, basic translation, please. It says, you will never be disappointed. You will not come up short. It says, look, you'll be built solid. Guys, take ownership. You're going to be built solid. Imbibe the oh God. Guys, you will not come short. You know, your ambassadors now, you understand that the season 54 is for you. That God will give your children, it will be a mentor for your children. That means everything around you will go on well. Let me not even talk about the wealth that will come into you if you understand and begin to operationalize that scripture. But there's even one, it says that even if you are wrong, even if you're a lawful captive, you know, even if that when they take you to, they will come out short, that they'll discard them. Then all that one, they said, God says. Go and read that Message translation. But by the time you got to the last verse, it says, God decrees, no weapon fashioned against you shall prosper. Guys, on this note, I think I've said too much, and I'm saying, go and take charge. Enter into your season 54, right? So that you begin to experience the blessings therein. And it's a 10-year mandate. All right, for me, it's a 10-year mandate. And I'm on that journey, recruiting more and more people to experience season 54. Beyond just being reinventors, beyond just being custodians, I say, congratulations, guys. I've been able to welcome you into the fold and say, begin to sing. Because right now, the things you thought were impossible are becoming possible unto you. Go forward in this understanding and let God that has written his word bring all this to fruition. All right, in Jesus' name, amen. Thank you all. I look forward to seeing you this evening. May God bless you.
Thank you, sir. Have a lovely day.